Hey everybody. So I've been doing this YouTube thing for just under a year now. I've got to review some very cool equipment and check out some incredible software. Some of the plugins released in the last year are nothing short of astounding. But the one thing all of those plugins have in common is DRM. And the question that needs to be asked is DRM a necessary evil or just a fucking waste of time? Digital rights management. That's copy protection to us mere mortals. And here's a fun fact. It doesn't work. No, seriously, it really and truly doesn't work. When DVDs came out, the manufacturers claimed that they'd make it with unbreakable copy protection. Yeah, it was unbreakable for what, like 2 weeks? Same with Blu-rays. Uncopyable? Give me a break. Truth is, people have been copying digital media ever since Bill Gates started writing programs for the Altair 8800 on paper tape. There's even a nice letter from Gates to the hobby community written in 1976 bitching about software copying. And not much has changed. People still copy software creators come up with ways to try to stop them, which never work. Hell, certain audio manufacturers even tried to tie their hardware to their software, and people eventually found a way around that too. And the big losers in this never-ending power struggle? The legitimate user. The people who actually buy their software. Now we're forced to go through these ridiculous mother may I steps anytime we want to install something we own. Oh, hang on. Yeah, they took that away from us too. Excuse me, what I mean was anytime we want to install something we've licensed. And therein lies the problem. The software manufacturers really don't respect the user. At least not enough to make life somewhat simple during the install process. The perfect example, the Slate Virtual Mix Rack. Don't get me wrong, it is an awesome piece of software. Truly outstanding, and I fully intend to do a review on it very soon. But man, what a fucking pain in the ass to get it going! Not only do you have to buy the software, you have to buy the fucking iLock on top of it just to use the damn thing! And then, hopefully, it recognizes the code the company gave to you. If not, you get to look forward to hour upon hour of email back and forth to the company trying to figure out why the fuck you can't use what you just fucking paid for! And if I want to dump my tracks onto a secondary machine, say a laptop to hook up to my car stereo to go check my mixes on, you guessed it, you have to bring the fucking iLock along just to use the fucking software you fucking paid for! And if I lose the iLock, I'm totally fucked! Oh yeah, but iLock has zero downtime option. Yeah, I promise you zero downtime on something you paid for, but for an extra price. Talk about a fucking ripoff. The people who pay for their software should be treated just a little bit better by the manufacturers. iLock, yeah, talk about a misleading title. More like I lock you out of your own software. Perhaps they should name it something a little more honest, like the eye pain in the ass. And let's say you're installing a new operating system on your PC, and you own a lot of software, licenses, that has challenge response codes. Get ready for a fun-filled day of tracking all of those down and typing in those crazy fucked up cryptographs. It's even more fun if you're prone to typos. But my favorite story in this whole fucked up disaster has to be Waves Audio. Back in 2007, they were actually sending agents into unsuspecting recording studios to find out if they were using cracked plugins. Then they'd hit those studios with demand letters, ransoming thousands of dollars for software and administration fees or face legal action. Now, I'm not sure how you guys feel about that. You're certainly entitled to your opinion, but in my opinion, that's about as low as it gets. It reminded me of how record companies were suing people for downloading songs. It's bad press for the company, and in the end, it didn't change a damn thing. Now, I can't say for certain if Wave still actually does this, but it is the primary reason I don't have any Wave software in my studio. I'm just not going to do business with a company that does business that way. Besides, there's better for cheaper. I'd still rather deal with the DRM on the Slate stuff than deal with a company that is run by idiots who think that suing potential customers is the answer. Now, here's some real truth on the subject. If your software is good enough, people are gonna buy it. I'm a proud owner of SpectreStudios, and I have been for 11 years. It's an incredible piece of software that I used day in and day out for over a decade. And at $3,000, it sure wasn't cheap, but it was worth every penny. Copy protection? Just a little note from the developer when you installed it. Please don't give out the software, this is how I make my living. And I totally respect that. And that is, unfortunately, the only piece of audio software I've ever seen do that. Everyone else just seems to think their users are thieves. Let's be clear, I am not saying that software developers shouldn't get paid. People work very hard on this stuff and deserve to make a living. I paid for all my software and I'm happy to do it. However, the user shouldn't be forced to jump through hoops to use the software they paid for. The iLok thing is a giant fucking scam, in my opinion. I think what really needs to happen with audio software is a cloud-based solution like Steam. Log in, there's your stuff, no bullshit, away you go. And you shouldn't have to remain connected to the fucking internet to use it either. Just a simple login. That way you can hotspot your phone if you're out in the field, or like have an option for like a 90-day login. You just re-log in every 3 months to double check. Something like that anyway. There are definitely better solutions to be had out there and better ways to treat legitimate users than how we're being treated now.